Hey, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about TEKS 7F. This is explain issues affecting the home front, including volunteerism, the purchase of war bonds, victory gardens, and the opportunities and obstacles for women and ethnic minorities. So first off, with the volunteerism, you see a lot of people coming forward more during World War II, people knitting socks, making bandages, collecting books. People really stepped forward to help their community and help their country during World War II. We had a lot of money having to be spent on the war and men losing their jobs to go off and fight in the war. And so people really that were staying in the home front in the country, people were really having to step forward. War bonds was a huge thing. People would buy war bonds and that money would then go off to support the war, and then later on they were going to get their money back. But it was a way of kind of pulling at the emotional ties that people had. It was really like, your country needs you, your men need you, support the war by buying a war bond. And it really played on the emotional strings of people. One thing is they started to have a lot less food and supplies, specifically like fruits and vegetables, eggs, milk, that kind of stuff. And so the government started to really support Americans doing what was called victory gardens, where they were producing their own goods at their home. So fruits, vegetables, having chickens and making their own eggs, that kind of stuff. Obstacles for women and ethnic minorities. This is something, so whenever the men went off to fight in the war, they just left their jobs behind. And so the people who were left to take over these jobs were the women and these minorities that weren't allowed to have these jobs prior to the war. And so they had this, you see, like with the Rosie the Riveter, where she has her arm up. That's a huge icon of this movement of women and minorities taking on these roles in the factories, these manly jobs. But then whenever the men come back, the women and these minorities kind of have this moment of, well, wait, we were in those roles. We liked having a job. We liked earning money. We liked having something to do. And now we can't have that anymore because now these men have come back and now we can't have these jobs. And so this is going to kind of push these people that were excluded from the workforce, making them want to try harder and get allowed into the workforce.